The view high above our...
Kevin, thanks.
DA, thanks a lot. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
So the net starting five. We've got Brown. Green is out there with Durant. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Harden in at the shooting guard. And for Los Angeles, they've got Ivica Zubac. Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morris in at the four. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Boy, the wingspan of DeAndre Jordan. This guy sends it back with a message.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Now here's Beverley. And both teams, Doris, battling injuries.
Kevin, we have seen that when someone is injured, that means an opportunity for a bench player to show what they have. And the coaching staff maybe has to get a little bit more creative than usual. What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
Here's Leonard.
Early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way.
And the jam by Harden.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
Back to George. Can they get it? Misses off the right iron.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Paul George with the steal. Morris against Harden. Here's Leonard. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
And there it is. After 4 straight misses, finally nail one.
Harden outside. Lays it up off the glass. Harden's got 9 points.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
Beverley the pass to George. And George with the stuff.
And make no mistake, Paul George is a fierce finisher inside.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Brown finds Jordan. Back to Brown. George against Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Now, here is George. Makes it off the glass.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
Nets leading by 5. It's Durant on the wing. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
That was worth the price of admission.
Boy, how about the finish by Kevin Durant? Just gets up with such ease.
And with Kevin Durant recovering from the Achilles injury, glad we get to see one of the all-time greats back in action.
No doubt, Greg. And KD is trying to navigate his way through one of the most difficult injuries a basketball player can face. But we know unequivocally this man will go down as one of the elite scorers in NBA history. That combination of size and shooting is truly something to behold. Always amongst the league leader in steals, Kawhi Leonard knows how to start a fast break.
Pass to Durant. Pass to Jordan. Back to KD. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside, Green. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Beverley.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt. You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. And KD's got the ball here for the Nets. Shot and game clock separated by 5. They kick it out to Green. Now Kevin Durant. In the corner, Harden. The Nets need to get a shot off here. No good on the triple. Here's Leonard. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. James Harden getting it done for the Brooklyn Nets. And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to face.
I think you get a lot of teams' best shot.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. Landry Shamet is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Joe Harris. Then there's Griffin, and it's Claxton in at the 4 slot. That ties the game. Kennard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Here's Irving, kicks it to Griffin. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Batum. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Batum's got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Now, here's Shamet. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And it's Harris off the drive. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
When you drive to the cup, you do it with a purpose, and Joe Harris mixing up his attack right there.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Jackson. He can't get that one to fall. The Nets go the other way with it, and we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Harden's checked in. Here's Griffin. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And that's just too easy. When Griffin gets to that area of the floor, expect him to finish.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. And the Nets making a change here. Shamet's checked in. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. In transition, here come the Nets. Oh, Griffin in position, and Griffin slams it in.
And you can put those alley-oop feeds as high as you need to when Griffin's on the receiving end. He'll pick it up off the top of the backboard if he has to.
Now, here's Kennard. To the middle. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Batum with the steal. Unhindered, going all the way. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Outside Irving. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table. But in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's Jackson, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
And how about the confidence right now from Jackson? Not bashful at attacking and drawing attention from there.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Both free throws good from Jackson. 59 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Brown. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Durant dishes to Jordan. 6 on the shot clock. Durant kicks to Brown. Over Jackson. And it's Brown missing.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage, even though it was all over.
It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Kawhi Leonard. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Harden outside. Down low. Right side, Kevin Durant. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Well, Kevin Durant's looking at the defender like, hey, if you're going to give me that, I'm going to take it.
And here's George. Fires from 18. And some good action through the first 2 quarters.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. James Harden was the man in the first. He had 11 points and 1 assist. And that'll do it.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half, got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. That seems all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. Here's Jordan. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Morris with the ball. Now Green defending. Here's Zubac. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Now here's KD, the fast break opportunity. And Harden wide open. He shoots. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Harden's got 13.
Listen, this guy is far from just a scorer. Kevin Durant loves to share the basketball.
And DeAndre Jordan, not the same impact center he once was, but he's done a great job of acting as a leader for this team.
Well, you think about DeAndre Jordan's career, Greg, and over the course of time, he's played a number of different roles. What you like about what he did this past season is, even though in a changing role, he still tried to make an impact. That's called being a teammate.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Leonard. George against Brown. Goes back up. Rebounded by the Nets.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Again, the miss by Harden.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
Wow, that is just pretty right there. What a find for his teammate at the rim.
KD with it. And then Durant with the dunk.
Yeah, Kevin Durant makes that dunk look easy. He's so big, you can't do anything about it.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Now, here's George. 8 points for him. Inside. Zubac finds George. Zubac trying to break loose. And foul. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Here's Batum. And it's Shamet with the rebound. Nets leading by 4. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Harris has got his second basket of the game. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. The pass to Patterson. Irving against Beverly. Back to Patterson. Knocks down the 3-ball. Patterson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
To me, when Patrick Patterson is hitting from deep, it makes everything easier for his teammates. He has got tremendous touch.
Irving drives in. Yep, it counts. And the Nets lead by 5.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Beverly, the pass to Patterson. Up and in on the layup. Patterson's got 5 points so far.
What pretty vision right there by Patrick Beverly. Wow.
Outside Irving. The pass to Shamet. Back to Irving. Again, the Nets for 2.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
Beverly looking around. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, just good solid use of the pick and roll. Patrick Beverly, ball in his hands, looking quite comfortable.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Shamet, the pass to Harris. Here's Claxton. Now Irving. Kennard with the rebound.
The defense not a factor there. Very surprising he couldn't capitalize.
Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional Mobile One block.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we got a tight ball game here. Nets lead by 1. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Irving is out there with Brown. Then there's Griffin. Then there's Harris. And it's Claxton in at the 4 spot.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Irving passes to Griffin. Can't get it to fall.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Outside Irving. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
Oh, Kyrie dazzling on the drive. One of the best in the league at that.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a one-point game. Passes to Kennard. Got a hand on it. Outside Griffin. Pass to Irving. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
You have to respect the in-between game of Kyrie Irving. Straight up. Yeah, that's how you have to play this guy. You got to play him straight up and be balanced.
Here's Jackson, and Griffin sends it back. And here is Shem, and Griffin slams it in.
You know, Griffin is so sure of himself when he shoots it. That confidence really goes a long way.
And the Clippers call time here.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, this is why you hate to lose momentum. It can be hard to get it back.
And a new group in for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Durant comes in for Joe Harris. James Harden, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's Brown in for Irving. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He told his guys the inside game is working, so stick with it. That means posting, slashing, getting to the rim, whatever produces these high percentage looks. Kevin, back to you.
And the Clippers miss again.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Harden, no good. Clippers trail by 5. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
KD drives in. Cousins pulls it in.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has been in so many big-time situations. How confident is he right there?
Durant down low. Leonard's there. Durant kicks to Brown. 6 to shoot. Outside for KD. Tips it up, and there's Jordan putting it right back in.
Well, DJ with the fearless opportunity, boy. What a shot.
George looking around. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Outside Durant. From 10 feet out. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got his 5th rebound in this one. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Marcus Morris is checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Brooklyn. And it's sent back by KD. Leonard inside, defended by Durant. To take the lead. Got it.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Outside Irving. Outside KD. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
And George with the stuff.
You can See, Paul George is locked in right now. Big-time shots demonstrate his elite level in the NBA.
And the Nets with possession. They trail by 3. Harden outside. Good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Outside, George. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2.
To think that at one point, after that horrific leg injury, Paul George, there was some doubt whether he could regain the level of play we're accustomed to. But this guy gets better and better.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. They're down by 3. Just 2 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And they need a 3 to tie. But look, they've got enough time here to find a good look. They can run a play off the inbound, make sure they get it in the hands of their best shooter.
And now let's present our New Balance player of the game, Paul George.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. The Bucks are always hyped to play in front of their home crowd.
Well, Kevin.
David Aldridge, thank you. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Paul George, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley, and it's Zubats in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Holiday with it. George picks him up, and it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Well, Greg, fans and players alike are excited for tonight. This is just not another game on the schedule.
Clash of the Titans in this one. This will be a great test for both teams.
Shots good by Middleton.
What a great option he gives them on every possession.
Now here's Beverly. Pass to Zubac. Back to Beverly. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And Patrick Beverly could do that in close, finds a way to get that one up, and you know he likes to score. It doesn't happen a ton, but he loves it.
Now here's Middleton. Shoots over Leonard. The wide open look here for Lopez. Off target with his 3. Lets it fly from 18. And it comes off the front of the rim. One-on-one here. Antetokounmpo kicks to Lopez. Middleton against Leonard. Middleton the pass to DiVincenzo. Goes up to the stripe. Middleton can't get it to go. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. George with the ball. Leonard no luck.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Now here's Lopez over George. The shot's good from Lopez.
Lopez powering through that time.
Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
An era where we're seeing teams turn away from the slower 7-footers. Brook Lopez still playing a pivotal role for the Bucks.
There's been a lot of talk in recent years, Greg, as how the big man has been played off the floor in the playoffs. That's just not the case with Lopez because he's been able to step out and shoot threes along with being a really reliable rim protector. Yeah, we love when great offensive players get in a scoring rhythm, but Paul George right now in a great passing rhythm tonight.
Outside Holiday. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Shot clock at 6. From deep. They get the rebound.
And that reach is just ridiculous. Giannis easily beating everybody to the ball and then sends it back.
George with the ball. From deep three-point range, nailed from three-point land.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here is Holiday. They trail by 1. To the paint. Lopez passes to Antetokounmpo. Rebound by the Clippers.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Jumps up, and Lopez throws it down.
How about Lopez getting out as the big man with that kind of hustle in transition?
And here's Beverly. Leonard on the wing. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, there are some ways to fire up your teammates. That right there is one of them, thanks to Kawhi Leonard.
Giannis outside. 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Lopez. And the rejection by Zubac. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. And it's good. 2 points. Leonard's got 6.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. He kicks to Middleton. DiVincenzo passes to Giannis. Yep, that one goes in there.
Man, he's got that touch working tonight, shooting the ball very well to start this one.
On the pass to Leonard. Steps back and fires. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
And the D just a step slow, reacting to the step back.
1 second left. He doesn't hit that one. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. We recently caught up with Drew Holiday, who talked about some trying.
Being able to go through adversity and come out strong.
And Greg, you feel like that pressure never really got to Holiday.
One of the toughest guards in the league, mentally and physically. He's a machine that just keeps on coming, no matter the circumstances.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. They've got Batum. Jackson is out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Oturu in at the 5 spot. Now here's Kennard. Takes a 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now it's a shootout.
Pass to Portis. Oturu with the rebound.
Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
Yeah, and an excellent pass by Morris, a guy known for his finishing ability, but he also has the skills to facilitate.
And Milwaukee has possession. The Clippers getting the bucket. Here's New Orleans. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Just 5 to shoot. Here's the 3. That one misses. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Here's Kennard. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Kennard's got 5 points now in the quarter. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. The kick out to T. Here's the lob to the hoop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Batum, good.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Here is Forbes. Pass to Portis. Outside Teague. To end the run. The shot will not fall. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee. Pat Connaughton comes in for Bryn Forbes. The Clippers also making some changes. Mann's checked in. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Giannis, he's checked in for the Bucks. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Lopez.
Lopez close up and gets it done.
Passes it to Oturu. Now, here's Kennard. Tight defense on him. Chalk up 2 there. Kennard's got the lead back up to 9 now for the Clippers.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing Division I college basketball. And before long, NBA players should start emerging from that pipeline. The league continues to reach out to find overlooked youngsters who have a gift and give them the opportunity. Guys?
Outstanding, David. Thank you. One-on-one fast break. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Yeah, you don't see many of these opportunities for this team, but Kawhi, one guy who can get up there and get it done.
Giannis up top. He's guarded by Cousins. Good. Antetokounmpo's got 6.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now, here is George. Beverly deciding where to go with it. Clock at 6. Back to George. For the 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. Fast break, Milwaukee. Floats it up for Giannis.
It's Antetokounmpo going to work now. These types of shots are pretty much in his range.
Outside, George. From deep. But they'll get another chance. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The period came to a close with them holding a... And that does it for our...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Zubac, Lopez grabs the board. Bucks trail by 7. And Middleton kicks to Giannis. And it's sent back by Leonard.
Let this be a reminder, when you're going up for a shot, it's always important to know where Kawhi Leonard may be lurking.
Now here's Beverly. There's the pass to George. 6 to shoot. Pass to Cousins. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Here's Zubac. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 5 rebounds tonight.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Rajon Rondo's checked in for Patrick Beverly. Now here's Lopez. He's got 8. Here's Holiday. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight. A nice shot by George.
Well, there it is. 0 of 3 to start the half, and finally something finds its way through the net.
90 seconds now into the second half. Antetokounmpo inside. Cousins is there. Yep, it goes. And the Clipper lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Antetokounmpo. And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats. and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things, never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Batum against Giannis. Middleton on the wing. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Portis, the pass to Middleton. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Los Angeles leading by 7. Beverly dishes to Leonard. There's the triple. A three-pointer is right on target. Leonard's got 13 points.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
The basket counts and one. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
And what great body control there. George, tremendous athlete, takes the hit, and he makes that one count.
Now Giannis, 12 points for him. There's 1:38 left to play here in the third. The shot comes out, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
I mean, Kawhi Leonard, an MVP candidate. Why? Well, they're the reasons right there. One of the best two-way players we've seen in the past 5 years.
Now here's Teague. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. On the wing, Giannis. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
54 seconds left in the third quarter. Now here is George. He's got 8, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Drew Holiday in for Teague.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Pass to Kennard. Morris with the ball. It's rebounded by Portis. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. And Forbes has it in the corner. Up in time. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
And now that we've gotten a chance to see it in slow-mo, I think the ruling has to be that he did not beat the buzzer with that shot.
And they're keeping the call as is. It was close, but he had not released it before the clock had expired.
Yeah, still better safe than sorry. I think they did the right thing to take another look at it.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Sometimes it happens when the offense is struggling, but every now and then this helps with the offensive uptick right there. Great job of setting his teammate up.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Ivica Zubac is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Luke Kennard. That's Rajon Rondo, and it's man in at the 3 spot. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Bryn Forbes. Jackson with it. Morris outside. Passes it to Oturu. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Jackson against Holiday. Misses from close range. Los Angeles leading by 10. Kennard, the pass to Oturu. Shoots over Tucker. And he overshot that one, missing.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
And here's Jackson. The pass to Morris. Now, here's Kennard. Jacks up a 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And Middleton subbed in for Pat Connaughton. And he gets the whistle. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Shoots from 12. And contact on the and here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to listen to what Mike Budenholzer told his team during that timeout. To be honest, he was fired up. He asked his team, how badly do you want this? Because those guys over there, they're going to give it everything they've got. which means we have to do the same. See if they can match them emotion for emotion. Kevin?
Cousins, the pass to Kennard. Launches it. And the Clippers miss again. Bucks trail by 13. DiVincenzo kicks to Holiday. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And as much as Holiday brings to your offense, it's his defense that's repeatedly recognized.
When you make all NBA defensive teams and you're smart and strong and quick like Drew Holiday is, I think not only does the reputation start to build, but your confidence in disrupting somebody else by playing that way is something you rely on.
Pass to Leonard. This one for 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Middleton outside for 3. But they get it back. LA's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Clippers.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this is a great team effort by everyone.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kawhi Leonard.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
Yeah, the defender all over.
He drops the first one, and that brings them to within 10.
Now we can talk about it over and over again. Antetokounmpo combines size and versatility in ways we just haven't seen, at least up until the Greek Freak's arrival.
Oturu's shot is off.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
So the Clippers with the win. A solid win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight. Readings short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the 5 spot. And for Brooklyn, they've got Joe Harris, Harden out there with Kyrie Irving, and it's Durant, and it's Jordan in at the center. And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. It's Harden with the drive, Lopez with the block.
Great timing on Lopez's part there to swat down that attempt.
Plenty of daylight on that shot.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And Holiday kicks to Antetokounmpo. Pass to DiVincenzo. Some veterans on these teams, Clark. What are you looking for and how that will impact the game?
Well, I think both of these teams have a really solid roster. And I love the blend of experience and youth. When you have NBA experience on the floor, there's just a level of play that you see at the defensive end that makes it enjoyable for me. So I think that's what we'll see tonight. Experienced pros getting after it.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Holiday against Harden. Outside Irving. Shoots from 14. Rebound, Milwaukee.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
DiVincenzo passes to Middleton. Shoots the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Middleton's got 5.
Boy, I like seeing Middleton stroke it from downtown. That release of his, pure as white-driven snow.
Harden against Holiday. Here is Durant. Shot clock at 5. He's looking for Jordan and finds him. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Over onto Kumbo. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. On offense, here are the Bucks. DiVincenzo passes to Antetokounmpo, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
The patience that Antetokounmpo plays with is really impressive for such a young guy. I mean, he doesn't rush anything.
Harden surveying the D.
You know, currently they're just 1 of 5 from the field. That's not going to get it done.
And Clark, when you look at the footwork of James Harden, arguably some of the best in the history of this league.
And you know, Greg, he studied the greats. I mean, he loved Ginobili's Euro step and then added it to his own game. Now he's taking that to another level, and he's the one giving out the lessons. But you're right. Got great strength, but the footwork is really outstanding.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Middleton finds Giannis. Harris against Middleton. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Because of that big body and 7-foot frame, Lopez a handful to keep off the glass.
Harden outside. Looking to end the run. And there's the pass to Jordan. Durant up top. Antetokounmpo defending. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
You know, he's a good guy to have running that particular set. I mean, Durant is not a guy who makes a lot of mistakes in the pick and roll.
And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. Jeff Green is checked in for the Nets. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. On the wing, Harris. Back to Irving. Over Holiday. And it's Irving missing. Bucks leading by 8. Top of the key. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
So it's Brooklyn now, following the bucket by the Bucks. Here's Irving. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Boy, how about that crafty drive by Irving, anticipating the contact and able to get around and through it.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here is Forbes, guarded by Harris. Portis kicks to Holiday. Shoots over KD. The putback.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And there is a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That's his first foul. Tries a three off the inbound. Doesn't go for it. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks going into the break with a 10-point lead. And when asked to compare himself to LeBron James, Giannis.
I know if I put the work in, maybe.
And Greg, that's the humble, hard-working approach we've come to expect from Giannis.
You know, he's not interested in putting himself on a pedestal. Enough people do that for him. He just wants to become the best he can be and win rings.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Yeah, I agree. That was a flawless offensive performance so far. I mean, the shots have been falling. They're making good decisions. That's a nice recipe there.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second, we've got teams. Bobby Portis out there with P.J. Tucker, and it's Forbes in at the 2 guard. And Griffin slams it in.
Well, the timing of Griffin really superb in these situations. He has a great sense for when to leave the floor on these alley-oop jams.
Portis, the pass to Tucker. Passes it to T. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Griffin with the rebound.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Harden against T. Griffin trying to get open. It's good on the putback.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it. Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. Now, here's Green. Jeff Teague unable to get his shot to go. Now the Bucks moving it up. Connaughton passes to Teague. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And Green slams it in.
That's platinum level dime dropping right there by Harden. Such a smart passer. Gets us to his teammates on time and on target.
Now here's Portis. Pass to Teague. There's the lob to Portis. And taken away by Brown. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Chris Middleton comes in for Pat Connaughton. Drew Holiday, he's checked in for Bryn Forbes. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for T. Now here's Irving. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also, at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Now here's Middleton, following the miss by Kyrie Irving. Shot's good by Middleton.
That's just what we call man-up strength from Middleton. I mean, taking the hit and then kind of effortlessly knocking down the shot as well.
Now here is Irving. Here is kicks to Shamet. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Here's Holiday. No good. Shot missing. Great D that time from Irving. Nets trail by 4. Uncovered. And that's good for 2.
You know, that goes back, I think, to playing with LeBron in their Cleveland days. Kyrie learned how to operate without the ball some.
DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. Back to DiVincenzo. Lopez against Jordan. Just 5 on the clock. Now here is Holiday. Defense is right there.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here. Or the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
So that'll be it for the first half. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It's Milwaukee with the advantage at the half. They hold a 4-point lead. Kenny, what's your? And
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You know, Chris Middleton has really been making it happen, guys.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. Setting the floor for the Nets. Jordan is out there with Griffin. Then it's Harden, and it's Durant, and it's Irving at the 2. Now, here's Antetokounmpo. The kick out to Lopez. Over Jordan, and Lopez gets it to go. Lopez has got his second bucket.
Just because Lopez is a big guy doesn't mean he can't knock that down.
Harden against Holiday. Harden the pass to Jordan. DiVincenzo against Irving. Almost, but it rolls out. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They've led by as much as 10. Lopez kicks to DiVincenzo. Dishes it to Holiday. DiVincenzo against Irving. Antetokounmpo, no good.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Durant dishes to Jordan. Durant feeling it out a bit. Back to Jordan. The basket good off the assist from Durant.
Boy, that's an example of Durant's basketball IQ and awareness, both platinum level.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. DiVincenzo kicks to Antetokounmpo. Pass to Middleton. Shot from the top of the key. The shot, no good.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Here's Irving, and it's all evened up. Irving's got 6.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Irving against Holiday. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
And when the Greek Freak takes flight, I mean, he's looking to tear that rim apart. So ferocious in his throwdowns.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 5. To the inside. Here's KD. Over Middleton. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Now the pass to Giannis. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Green, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Harris comes in for Kevin Durant. Brown, he's checked in for Irving. And Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden.
Well, I love how fast Antetokounmpo gets to the basket. One of the most mobile guys in the game.
Shamet with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Green. Back to Shamet. Knocked loose. And Green launches it from deep. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's Antetokounmpo. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. And here they go. Brown the pass to Shamet. There's 38 seconds left in the third. And stolen by Portis. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Boy, nice job that time, guys, from Forbes, spotting the wide open man and dropping the dime.
And here is Shamet. The kick out to Brown. Lets the three fly. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Here's Antetokounmpo. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. And now a 6-point Milwaukee lead. Now Shamet. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. The Bucks on top. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter. They've got P.J. Tucker. He's out there with Bobby Portis. And it's Forbes in at the point guard position. Left side, Brown. Claxton, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Harden up top, and he lobs it up toward the rim. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here is Forbes. Down low. A nice shot by Tucker. Tucker's got the lead up to 10 now for Milwaukee. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Bucks.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Kevin Durant comes in for Green, and it's Kyrie Irving in for Bruce Brown. Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis, and it's Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. 5 to shoot. Antetokounmpo, no good. Nets trail by 10, and we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Chris Middleton comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Pat Connaughton. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Now here's Middleton. Outside Holiday. And Holiday throws it down.
Middleton, a scorer by nature, that time showing you he can find his teammates too.
Harden up top. And the shot goes in.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Passes it to Middleton. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. The shot by Holiday, no good. Nets trail by 10. From deep three-point range. And James Harden, good for 3. Harden's got 5 points in the quarter.
And Harden has the ultimate green light. I mean, it's uber green, including launching from outside of the state.
Now here's Holiday. Middleton looking it over, trying to get open as Lopez. Middleton can't get it to go. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Brooklyn. Great. The coach's challenge has been issued. First game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Got to make anybody besides Harden shoot the ball there. I mean, he doesn't feel the pressure. He embraces this stuff. It's right in his wheelhouse. Make somebody else shoot it. An elite scorer, demonstrating once again how fast he can fill it up.
Now here's Harden. To the paint. Here's Jordan. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on Brook Lopez.
Hey, that's why you want an experienced veteran like DeAndre Jordan. That's a huge hoop from him.
Griffin's checked in for Joe Harris. Free throw good, Jordan. Holiday with it. Pass to DiVincenzo. Lopez kicks to Holiday. The shot by Middleton, wide open from outside off the mark. Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Harden with it. Now guarded by Middleton. Outside Durant. Shot clock at 6. The shot, no good. Good D by Holiday. And here is Antetokounmpo. And the miss. So a close game sees no. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps up. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it. DA.
Hey, Kevin.
Great stuff as always, DA. Thanks. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Paul George. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley, and it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. And looking at the Nets, we've got DeAndre Jordan. Green is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden, and it's Irving in at the point guard position. And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. 6 on the shot clock. Here's George, and it's blocked by Jordan.
Can't be careless with DeAndre is around. He slaps shots back with some real authority.
Terrific, talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
George against Harden. In the corner, Irving with it. The 3. It's rebounded by Leonard. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. 4-point game. Beverley wide open. No good from outside. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Irving kicks to KD. His 3-pointers off the mark. The Clippers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. And finished off by Leonard.
Excellent pass, PG-13. Keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Harden surveying the D. And the jam by Harden.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Now, here is George. Good D by Harden.
They are out of rhythm, 1 for 5 so far. You just need to calm down and reward your matchups.
Here's George, and it's blocked by Jordan. It's 2-on-1. The kick out to Irving. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 7. And that'll be 2 free throws coming. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. 5 on the clock. Oh, Griffin in position. Not going to go that time.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
It started off looking good, but the timing was just a little off, and sometimes that's all it takes.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Harris looking it over. Griffin, and Griffin stays with it.
The incredible energy of Blake Griffin, skilled at sticking with plays and finishing them off.
Beverley with the ball. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Leonard attacking. This is his first free throw of the game. And the first one at the line is good.
Kawhi was drafted 15th overall in 2011. If they had a redraft, I wonder what number he would go down.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Green against Beverley. Now, here is Irving. He's guarded closely.
Well, the thing about Kyrie, he draws so much defensive attention. Someone's often left open.
Outside, George. To the middle. And the dunk by Zubac.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Harden left side, 11 feet away, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Harden's got 6.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
George, that one no good. Great D that time from Durant. And here we go. And that one drops.
And right there, KD inside, pretty stealth for a near 7-footer.
Here's Beverley. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive.
Irving for 3. And no good on the last second attempt this time. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Batum. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Oturu in at the 5 spot. Here's Shamet following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. That shot by Griffin, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Clippers trail by 3.
I mean, hard to fathom that Blake Griffin is becoming one of the more prolific three-point shooters among NBA big men.
Greg, it was a shot he barely attempted through his first 6 seasons in the league. Now he's made it a key part of his arsenal.
Greg is a point guard. What is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to is really paramount.
Shamet kicks to Brown. Oh, Griffin in position. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Now here's Jackson. He's covered by Shamet. Jackson passes to Oturu. Back to Jackson. Three-pointer. Good on the triple. Jackson's got 5 now.
You love the balance from Reggie Jackson, generating more power in the catch and shoot.
Shamet with it. Jackson on him. And the call. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And the Nets making a change here. Irving's checked in. The Clippers also making some changes. Mand's checked in. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Rondo kicks to Kennard. Rondo drives in. Rejected by Harris. And he's able to get it back. A shot by Batum. No good. And it's Harris with the ball for the Nets. Here's Irving. Up again. And Griffin stays with it. 6 points for him.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Now, here's Kennard. He's still scoreless so far in this one. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Clippers trail by 3. Here's Beverly. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
I mean, blowing past the defense, Patrick Beverly gets up and down the court in a blink.
High post, KD. Leonard's there. Green kicks to KD. Back to Green. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
George with the ball. And it's Harden picking him up. George passes to Leonard. Here's Zubac over Jordan. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Los Angeles shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line. About 79% of their free throws.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for Brooklyn. Now, here is Irving. Harden outside. KD on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Harden can't hit.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Here is Harden. Paul George making his last shot. Morris with the block. They recover it. Shots good by Green. For Los Angeles, they've gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And worth mentioning, guys, the free throw percentage he brought in from last season, how about 88%? And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for Patrick Beverly.
The consummate team player. Paul George is an excellent leader, and he's cool to let others lead also.
KD against Leonard. Banked in off the glass. Leonard's got the lead up to 5 now for Los Angeles.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
And a close game so far through the first. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They were in a 7-point hole. And that should...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Paul George really making a difference here.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
It's a part of his game that he can always tap into. There's an art to it, and he is painting the canvas tonight.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. We've got Green. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Durant in at the 3 spot. Clippers leading by 7. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the call. Brooklyn the foul.
The aggressive approach. Leonard pushing the action, rewarded with the foul call.
Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Here's George. James Harden picking up that last basket. And it's George missing. Pass to Harden. Leonard with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Patrick Beverly is an irritant. You hate playing against him, love playing with him.
And a new group in for the Nets. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Green. Joe Harris is checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden. Now, here is Irving. Over Beverly. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. And there's the nice layup by Griffin. Griffin's got 8 points.
It's a rough way to make a living, but somebody has to do it. Blake Griffin absorbing a lot of contact in the painted area.
Here's George. He's got 6. And he can extend the lead to double digits. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Outside Irving. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
The smaller guys want to get into the body when they get inside. Get into the line, a good outcome for Kyrie.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Here's Jackson. He's got 5. Here's Oturu. Blake Griffin pulls it in. Griffin's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
That one goes in. He's got 10.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Los Angeles leading by 3. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. Jackson down low, covered by Irving. And there's Jackson on the assist by Batum.
Lots of contact. Jackson with the strength to power through. Something he didn't have when he first entered the league.
Irving drives in. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game. Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So for the Nets, Durant's checked in for Joe Harris. James Harden comes in for Brown. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Irving. It's hauled in by Claxton. Nets trail by 5. Here's Griffin. Kennard with the rebound. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not a leap tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Harden against Batum. KD looking around.
Usually in a pick and roll, the 6'10" guy is setting the screen. Not KD, though.
We've got 1:18 left in the 3rd. And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
Jordan, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Morris is checked in for Cousins. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. Now, here's George. He's got 6.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that line.
Hold on!
Kevin, you got to buckle up on that one. When you're that long and that athletic, I'll tell you, KD has the ability to put a little extra on it.
And the pass to Leonard. That's tipped. Stolen by Durant. And the jam by Harden.
And the wingspan for Durant, so disruptive. Such a great scorer. I think people overlook the strides he's made at the defensive end.
Harden against George. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
That free throw good from George.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now Kevin Durant. 6 points for him. Clock at 6. And then Durant with the jam.
Phenomenal concentration by Durant. Physical play is not going to throw him off.
Leonard looking over the floor. Basket counts. Leonard's got 12. And here's Harden. And that one released in time, but no good. And as we finish the 3rd quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading back. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. A 2-point game. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's George in at the 2. Now here is George. Following the shot by Kevin Durant. It's stolen by Green. Harris dishes to KD. Over Beverly. Rebound by the Clippers. Leonard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. On the wing, George. Guarded by Harden. Leonard with the bucket.
The offensive versatility of Kawhi, able to rise up and hit the jumper there with confidence.
Harden outside. 4th quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. It's good.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
The Clippers in the lead. Now, here's George. With some arc. Green with the rebound.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Green with the block. They get it back. For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. It's Harden with the drive. Outside, Green. Pass to Harris. Back to Green. It's good.
I mean, every time down the floor, this is what you're trying to do. Find the right matchup.
Harden against George. And he converts the layup.
Smooth off the bounce with the strength to finish through contact. Paul George showing us how it's done.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut back down to just 2 points. The basket there coming from Harden. George against Harden. And he uses the glass on the layup. George has got 4 points this quarter.
Paul George loves these situations. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to deliver.
George against Harden. KD on the wing. Leonard with the steal. And that's an intentional foul. Irving's checked in for Harris. And the Clippers call time here. They're leading by 4. 1:58 left in the 4th quarter. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked to the team. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
Well, what did Coach tell us? He wanted each guy to contest shots and rebound tonight. That's exactly what we just saw.
1:49 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Harden with it.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
And Leonard gets it to go.
This is what Cousins gives you, good recognition, the ability to make plays for his teammates.
Irving against Jackson. Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
A season vet with lots of playoff experience. Jordan remains calm under pressure.
Jackson with it. Guarded now by Durant. Here's Leonard. Rebounded by the Nets. Stolen by Jackson. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go. All the way. Sweet move. And Jordan sends it back. Another shot. And it's Leonard missing. The Nets have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Yes!
These are moments in the game where Blake needs to step up, and he did.
.50 seconds left in the fourth. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Now, here's George. Here's Oturu. Shot clock at 5. Takes it out to Leonard. Launches a 3. Offensive rebound. Count it!
Stepping up, DeMarcus knows it's time to shine. Has the shot-making ability to come through.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. No good from Irving.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. So both teams making some changes here. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Yes, showing off a really smooth stroke there, and that will add to their lead.
Harden can't hit. Now Leonard. And so Los Angeles takes the win. They seem to relish their... David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. The view high above our broadcast. And as they...
Kevin, thanks.
Thanks, David. Two terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes. Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the 3. And for the Clippers, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Cousins in at the 4 slot. And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. And here's George for 3. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. That 3 off the mark. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. George passes to Zubac. And stolen by DiVincenzo. For the finish. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
It's just hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor.
Beverly dishes to Leonard. High post Cousins. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. And that one is good from Zubac.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Lopez kicks to Holiday. 6 to shoot. Middleton for 3. They get it again. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, it's just solid awareness by Brook Lopez, working hard to get his team a second opportunity.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
From deep, George. And Lopez pulls it down.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Here's Holiday. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And there's the pass to Leonard. Stolen by Middleton. Oh, and here comes Holiday all alone. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
He's an explosive, athletic guard, and I tell you, the coaching staff must love watching Holiday in the open court.
Now, here's Beverly. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Cousins finds Beverly. Leonard with the ball. Defended by Middleton. And that one's good. Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard from the restricted area. Turn the lights out.
Bucks leading by 6. And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach, Doris, to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
You know this, if you're open, you can count on Brook Lopez to find you. He uses his height to spot open teammates.
George passes to Beverly. Back to George. And George with the stuff.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that
could be, that could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Antetokounmpo looking it over. Passes it to DiVincenzo. The dish to Holiday. Middleton outside. And a miss there on the triple. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. They trail by 6. 35 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And that move has become second nature for Giannis. Once he establishes position, game over.
From deep, George buries it from three-point range. George has got 5 points so far.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Now here is Holiday. He's got 6. Pass to Giannis.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break.
Definitely the game will slow down a lot for me. I'm able to.
Well, Greg, that might be why they put up so many points. They all know the roles. They've got the right recipe for everything they want to do on offense.
Yeah, his awareness plus unselfishness puts defenders in a no-win situation.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
On the court for the Bucks, P.J. Tucker is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Bobby Portis, and it's Forbes in at the point. Connaughton passes to Portis. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Antetokounmpo tries from the block. And again, it's Milwaukee converting.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Here's Jackson. It's Kennard, top of the key. And the layup's good off the glass. Kennard's got his first basket.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. It's good.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they just had the better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
Left side, Jackson. Over in the corner, Batum. Inside. Shot from 12. Oturu's shot is off.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. Now the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well to – when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, we've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time. Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks. To the middle. Here's Tucker. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Well, that's just superb coordination and balance right there. Tucker's hard to move once he gets the ball inside.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Oturu. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Here is Forbes, guarded by Jackson. The tray. Forbes can't get it to go.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
The alley-oop layup, very well done.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Here is Forbes. He kicks to Middleton. Back to Forbes. The Bucks working the ball around. Here's Connaughton. No good with the triple. And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by one. Here's Mann and Middleton with the block. And he gets it back. That gives them the lead.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Milwaukee's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Here is Forbes. From deep. They grab their own miss. Tucker. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater.
Boy.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game. It was a rough ride in the first quarter for the Clippers. The deficit for them at one point grew to 8 points in the period. And that'll do it for our halftime reports.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at Antetokounmpo really making a difference here.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
They've got Paul George. Ivica Zubac is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Unhindered, going all the way. And it's sent back by George.
How about the timing from Paul George on that rejection? Twice on the pipes.
Lopez kicks to DiVincenzo. Holiday with it. George picks him up. Back to DiVincenzo. On the wing, Giannis. Just 5 on the clock.
Well, I guarantee you this is not what they talked about in the locker room. 0 for 3 and looking lost.
Count the basket. Leonard's got the lead up to 3 now for Los Angeles.
Well, everybody in the NBA should have the floater as part of their arsenal. Leonard makes it look easy.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Holiday. The putback, and Antetokounmpo on the follow. Antetokounmpo's got his first points of the game.
After an ugly 0 for 4 to start the half, they get one to fall.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. And it's George missing. For Milwaukee, they've gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. And it's Giannis missing. And Los Angeles guys shooting percentage 59%. The offense is running smoothly. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Boy, what is more fear-invoking than Kawhi off the bounce near the cup? Look out.
Outside Holiday. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the Clippers making a change here. Kennard's checked in. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Middleton's checked in. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for the Clippers. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There is no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation, or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he...
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys.
Yes,
They're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
The pass to George. From deep three-point range, he can't hit that time. And Milwaukee will come the other way.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Shooting, and here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Holiday. Beverly against Holiday. Now here's Beverly. He's tightly guarded. Leonard against Middleton. Shot from 12. The offensive rebound. Count it. Good.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Bucks trail by 4. 52 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Passes to Middleton. Back to Connaughton. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. And Holiday kicks to Antetokounmpo. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Clippers leading by 4. Jackson with it. He has 6. 23 seconds left to play in the third.
Now, this is what his coaches like to see. Jackson making an effort to distribute the ball in that situation.
Holiday looking for an opening. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. And 2 free throws coming up, unable. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. The Clippers on top. They lead by 6. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And here is Los Angeles now. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Bucks. They've got P.J. Tucker. He's out there with Bobby Portis. Antetokounmpo out there with Teague. And it's Connaughton in it with the shooting guard. Bucks trail by 6. Antetokounmpo passes to Portis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Free throw good. Portis. And some changes here for the Bucks. Chris Middleton's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Teague. Los Angeles leading by 4. Pass to Kennard. Takes the 3. DiVincenzo with the rebound. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Middleton on the wing. 3-pointer. Traps in the tray.
And this is what Middleton does. Hit trays. He's one of the best in the league at helping his team space the floor.
Pass to Kennard. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Poked away, out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
And here is DiVincenzo. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Middleton, the pass to Portis. Got a piece of it. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him. A different look for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Drew Holiday in for Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
The pass to George. And it goes down 2 points.
Well, Paul George routinely making these difficult shots look easy. He's showing how dominant he truly is.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Bucks. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Shot clock at 6. For 3, Middleton. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter.
You know, anticipation is a huge part of defense, and he played it perfectly right there.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to leave, no doubt.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
For viewers, timeout's a chance to check your phone, grab a drink, but for the teams, it's all about business.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance Player of the Game, Chris Middleton.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. Not happy with the way this game is going. He said, you're getting used out there on the perimeter. Inside the arc, we're doing some good things, but outside, we're a disaster. Tighten it up. Kevin, we'll see if they can close out on those shooters a little more effectively.
And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
Yeah, big call there on the goaltend. He just didn't get to it soon enough. Boy, that's a tough break.
Now, Kennard. Dishes it to Leonard. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's foul number 2 for him. And stolen by DiVincenzo. And here's the fast break. Giannis leading the way. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
And how about the effort? You didn't think a little contact would prevent Giannis from scoring, did you?
George dishes to Leonard. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Brook Lopez.
Shooting for Los Angeles.
Good on the first, and that brings them within 2 here. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Milwaukee has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Outside Holiday. He dishes it to Lopez. Back to Holiday. Fires the 3. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Bucks lead by 3.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
And the Clippers call time here. They trail by 3. 1:05 left in the fourth quarter. And the Clippers making a switch here. Cousins is checked in. They get a hand on it, and stolen by DiVincenzo. And here we go, the Bucks running again, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And attacking with all that width. When Giannis drives, he's either scoring or at least getting the foul.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
He's able to make it a 2-possession game with some solid work at the line right there.
George against DiVincenzo. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, make no mistake, Paul George is a physical guy. He will not shy away from contact on these moves.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
And now you're in a great position thanks to those clutch free throws. 1 possession game now.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
Outside Holiday. The dish now to Antetokounmpo. 5 to shoot. Trying to get open is Lopez. It falls!
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
It definitely has the respect of the locker room. Holiday is someone that players enjoy playing with.
Kennard for 3. They get it back. Zubats kicks it out to Leonard. It's tipped, and so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
And so it's the Bucks who come out on top here. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it. And we've got time for a...
Hey, Kevin. What?
It does indeed. Thanks, David. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
So the Nets starting five. They've got Griffin. Harris is out there with Harden. Then it's Jordan. And it's KD in at the 3 slot. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. Giannis on the follow.
Giannis right now getting hard work done on the inside to get some extra possession.
Harden scanning the floor. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. DiVincenzo passes to Giannis. Bucks passing it around and stolen by Jordan. Harden outside. Over Middleton. Another miss by Harden. Holiday, no one around him. No good on the 3. Lobbed up there for KD. He can't get that one.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Changing ends quickly, he's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Holiday up top. The rebound by the Nets.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
And the jam by Harden.
And an offensive master at work. Harden has figured out every way to take advantage of a defense.
Here's Middleton. James Harden picking up that last basket. And the dunk by Lopez.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
The Nets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Harden kicks to Harris. In the corner, it's Griffin. Two points. That one goes.
Many hours in the offseason working on that jump shot, when the results paying off there.
The Bucks trail. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Giannis throws it down.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And last season, Giannis Antetokounmpo welcoming his first child into the world.
And maybe now an MVP at home.
Wow, hammering it in.
Wow, Blake Griffin giving you all the highlights right here. His jams igniting both the crowd and his teammates.
Down low, back to Holiday. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Middleton against KD. Shot's good by Middleton.
Well, at 235 pounds, Middleton is hard to throw off balance, so he can take that contact and still finish through.
KD looking around. Pulls from the top of the key. Kept alive.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Holiday, the pass to DiVincenzo. Yes, that goes in.
Not sure how he saw that there. Holiday with a firm understanding of how to get the ball to an open teammate.
Harden outside. 55 seconds left here in the first quarter. Clock at 6.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
DiVincenzo finds Giannis. The Nets have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Outside Griffin. It's Durant on the wing. Defended by Middleton. Durant dishes to Griffin. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Griffin's got 6.
And that's what Griffin does best. They're remarkable how he maintains control and schools the D.
Outside Holiday. Jordan with the rebound. Outside Griffin. And here's Harden for 3. And so the ball's out of bounds. Middleton touched it last. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's the Nets. This is what Giannis Antetokounmpo recently told us when he...
For me personally, I just want...
And for Giannis, Greg, the consistency from range has been a focal point.
The more accurate he is from outside, the wider the driving lanes become, making him nearly impossible to stop.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Chris Middleton is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Connaughton in at the shooting guard. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden. I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer. Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
Man, I love that list. You're right on it. Bucks have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Outside Portis. Here is Forbes, covered by Irving. Here's Portis. It doesn't go for him. And Brooklyn will come the other way. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Outside Irving. Dishes to Green. Here's Claxton. Off target at the rim. The Bucks shooting 47%, pretty solid. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Misses off the left iron.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
And good that time.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Shamet's checked in, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
More and more, it's about the maturation process of Giannis and his game, learning now how to sell defenders with pump fakes.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee. Then for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Blake Griffin comes in for Green, and it's James Harden in for Landry Shamet. Irving passes to Jordan. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Jordan's got the lead up to 4 now for the Nets.
Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively.
To the paint, here's DiVincenzo. The kick out to Lopez. Bucks passing it around. Holiday against Irving. Clock at 4. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Harden outside. Irving attacking. Here's Griffin. Lays it up and banks it in. Griffin's got 8 points.
Really heads up there, a play where you locate the best open pass and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
Holiday against Irving. The wide open look here for Lopez. Offensive rebound, Bucks. Nets leading by 4. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Irving. Irving's got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Antetokounmpo finds DiVincenzo. Left side, Antetokounmpo. No problems knocking that one down. Giannis has got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, the more Giannis works on these kind of shots, and trust me, he is, the better he'll become.
Harden against DiVincenzo. And stolen by DiVincenzo.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace, that's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. Their field goal percentage was a...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Joe Harris is out there with Harden. Then there's Griffin, and it's Durant, and it's Jordan in at the 5 spot.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Stolen by Middleton. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Lopez kicks to DiVincenzo. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Fundamental play there from Lopez, spotting the open man and then sending him the ball.
DiVincenzo against Harden. Tipped away. And pushing it up, Milwaukee. The Bucks again in transition, and it's slammed in by Holiday.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team, just fighting.
And the basket by Harden.
I mean, how many spots on the floor is Harden not effective from? I'll tell you, not many. And that foot injury robbing Dante DiVincenzo of much of his rookie season, but in year 2, he had a nice bounce back.
One of the things, Greg, that I think is most important for any player at any level is any time that you're hurt, you still have an opportunity from the bench to pick up some of the nuances of the game. There's no doubt that Dante did that last year, and this year has stepped in and continued to contribute to this ball club.
Middleton dishes to Antetokounmpo. The pass to DiVincenzo. Outside Holiday. The long distance 3 is buried. Holiday's got 5 points now this quarter.
Just flying up and down the court. 9 straight in transition.
Harden against DiVincenzo. Jordan the pass to Harden. One-on-one here. Holiday gets the bucket. And now a 3-point Bucks lead.
And just a great job of controlling that defensive backboard, then getting out in transition. That's been the difference.
Harden kicks to Harris. And it's off from 3-point range. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Tucker. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Tucker's got the lead up to 5 now for the Bucks. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Outside Irving. They need this. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Bucks have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Pass to Morrow. T kicks to Portis. Shoots over Brown. The Bucks have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
2 shots.
Free throw good. Portis. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee. Pat Connaughton comes in for Bryn Forbes. Nets trail by 7. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Irving drives in, and he lobs it up.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. Outside, Portis. Drains it from 17 feet out. Portis has got 6.
And usually teams go on runs, and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks, but not now.
Here's Irving. True on the 14-footer.
Yeah, I feel like he uses the dribble to set up his rhythm for the mid-range shots like that one. Kyrie knocks another in.
Outside Teague. Pass to Portis. Over Claxton. Teague drives in. Here's Portis. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got 4 rebounds in this game. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Now the Bucks moving it up. Teague's got the ball, and Portis throws it down.
That was like a morning paper for Jeff Teague. Makes a great read and swings the ball around for a clean look at the bucket.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. To the inside. And there's Green on the assist by Irving.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Teague against Irving. Teague surveying the D. Outside Portis. Off target with the open look. The shot off that time. The third quarter comes to a close. Milwaukee on top. They lead by 5. And we're And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. We've got Holiday. A.J. Tucker is out there with Bobby Portis. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Connaughton in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And that one drops for him. Harden's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Nets. Holiday against Harden. Pass to Tucker. Here's Connaughton. Here's Middleton. Gets a very good look and converts. And the Bucks lead by 5.
Yeah, you don't want to leave Middleton from that area. His mid-range game is on fire, draining those shots often.
And Green now, top of the key. There's the pass to KD. Claxton controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Harden against Holiday. Middleton on the wing. Back to Holiday. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. It's stolen by Green. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Durant.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Holiday gets the bucket.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this high, a great chance to extend this lead.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Lopez, he's checked in for Portis. Giannis comes in for P.J. Tucker. And Antetokounmpo subbed in for Chris Middleton. And then for Brooklyn, Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Griffin comes in for Jeff Green. And Irving subbed in for James Harden. Durant, that's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
Anticipating the contact there and toughness through that play, Durant is not afraid to attack the defense.
Holiday goes in. And the call on the shot. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And Giannis throws it down.
It's so exciting to see the growth of the Greek Freak. There are shots that stars sink, and that's a momentum changer right there.
Outside Irving. He feeds it to Jordan. Lopez with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Antetokounmpo. Nobody back.
I don't know. 2 strides, 3 strides. What was that? Giannis covering some ground.
1:39 left to play in the final quarter.
Appreciate the mentality of Kyrie at this point, embracing the moment. He'll take the big shot.
1:33 left to play here in the fourth. And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. Kicks to Lopez. Here's Connaughton, guarded by Harris. Connaughton passes to Lopez. Brooklyn with the rebound. Jordan's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Passes it to Irving. Left side, Jordan. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. The putback. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. And the Bucks with possession here. It's a 1-point game and stolen by Harris. And then slammed in by Jordan.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
Now I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Antetokounmpo dishes to Holiday. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Over Irving. Right block shot and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, I don't know how you deal with the length of a Antetokounmpo. I mean, his name is long enough, and then you look at the body.
He knocks down the clutch free throw. And some changes here for the Bucks. Chris Middleton comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Pat Connaughton. And a switch here for Brooklyn. James Harden. He's checked in for Harris. KD with it.
Well, anyone questioning Durant's killer instinct can stop right now. Wow.
Timeout called the Bucks. They're behind by 1. 1 second left in the 4th quarter. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
And the shooting percentage, how about all the way in the 60s, shows how deadly he could be when he's feeling it. And as locked in as he was, they were trying to feed him as much as possible. But he never got out of control. I mean, he kept his head and just stayed patient.
And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining.